On day 120, I finally crossed the first major milestone that every creator talks about. But few truly understand until they experience it themselves. My Faceless channel passed 1,000 subscribers and collected more than 4,000 public watch hours. That is the exact requirement YouTube sets to enter the YouTube Partner Program. I had looked at these numbers hundreds of times before in theory, but now they were real, and they belonged to my channel. Reaching this threshold was not easy. It required months of consistent uploads, failures, adjustments, and constant improvement. There were many days where growth felt painfully slow. Some weeks I gained only a few subscribers. Some videos failed completely. But I kept publishing. I kept testing. I kept optimizing. When I finally saw the notification inside my YouTube Studio dashboard, it felt unreal. This single approval message completely changed how I looked at the channel. Until this moment, it had been an experiment. Something I pushed forward with discipline but without immediate financial reward. Now it had officially become a monetizable digital asset. From this point on, every view had potential financial value. Every video I uploaded was no longer just content. It became part of a growing business infrastructure. The channel had crossed the invisible line between hobby and real business. If you are currently building your own channel and you recognize yourself in this phase, leave a like right now. It tells me I am on the right track with this series, and it helps the video reach more creators like you. On day 121, I uploaded my first fully monetized video. I remember refreshing the analytics page several times throughout the day. I did not expect high earnings, but I was deeply curious to see the first results. The video gained around 600 views within the first 24 hours. When I opened the revenue tab, I saw a tiny amount, just a few cents. Technically insignificant, emotionally massive. This was the first time this channel produced money without me actively selling something. Just views, just content, just automation. Over the next 7 days, the channel generated around 3,000 views across both new and older videos. The earnings were still small, but something important became visible. My CPM in the finance niche was significantly higher than most entertainment content. Every 1,000 views carried much more long-term potential. This changed my mindset completely. I stopped looking at individual video performance only through the lens of views. I began to look at it through the lens of revenue per 1,000 impressions. I understood that even medium-sized views could become meaningful income later. The most powerful realization was this. Videos I had uploaded weeks earlier were now producing passive income without any additional effort. I was asleep and the channel was working. I was offline and the channel was still generating revenue. That is the exact moment when a faceless YouTube channel starts to feel like a true digital asset. While ad revenue slowly increased, I made the decision to add a second layer of monetization, affiliate links. I carefully selected offers that perfectly matched the content of my most successful videos. I did not want random promotions. Every recommendation had to feel logical and useful. The strategy was simple. If my content created trust and delivered value, then a small percentage of viewers would naturally be willing to take the next step. An app sign-up, a tool registration, a simple product purchase. On day 130, I saw my first affiliate click. It was not a sale, but it was confirmation that viewers were actually interacting with the links. Only a few days later, the first commission appeared. It was just a few euros, but once again, the emotional value was far greater than the financial value. This was proof that my content could convert without showing my face. It proved that trust does not require personality, as long as value is consistent. What truly shocked me was the efficiency of affiliate income compared to ad revenue. Some videos earned more from a single affiliate conversion than from thousands of ad impressions. That was the moment where I understood something crucial. A faceless YouTube channel becomes truly powerful only when it combines multiple revenue streams. Ad revenue brings stability through volume. affiliate income brings leverage through high-value actions. Together, they create balance. Around day 145, something unexpected happened. I received my first sponsorship inquiry. A small fintech startup reached out to me with a proposal. They were interested in a paid integration inside one of my videos. At this point, my channel was still small, far away from the massive numbers typically associated with sponsorships, but the niche mattered more than the size. The brand was not interested in my face. They were interested in my audience. This was a critical realization. Brands care about targeted trust, not about personality, not about looks. They care about whether your audience fits their product and whether your content builds credibility. I calculated a realistic sponsorship price based on industry averages for small niche channels. The number was modest, but it felt surreal to even discuss payment for a single video integration. I ultimately decided not to accept the sponsorship offer, not because the money was bad, but because I wanted full control over quality at this stage. I wanted to protect the long-term vision of the channel before introducing paid placements. Still, this moment proved something essential. Faceless channels are not limited when it comes to brand deals. They compete on equal ground as long as the niche is profitable and the trust is real. If you want me to document exactly how these sponsorship numbers evolve as the channel grows, subscribe now. The scaling phase is where things really get interesting. By day 150, my mindset shifted again. I stopped thinking only about views and revenue. I began thinking about scalability. I made the decision to create my first digital product. A simple beginner finance guide. Not a massive course, not a complex program, just a focused solution for the exact problems my audience struggled with. The channel already had demand. People were already consuming the content. A digital product was a natural extension of the ecosystem. I mapped the structure. I outlined the chapters. I defined the transformation the product would deliver. Then I started creating the first draft with the support of AI tools and manual refinement. Digital products represent the highest level of leverage in a faceless business model. You create once and sell infinitely. There are no shipping costs, no inventory, no logistical limits. This was the moment where the channel stopped being just a creator project and started becoming a real long-term business asset, one that could operate independently from fluctuating ad rates and platform changes. Around day 160, I reached the next turning point: time. Up until this phase, I had handled almost everything myself: scripts, editing, thumbnail preparation, uploads, analytics, strategy. The workload increased with every new upload. If I wanted to scale this channel into something larger, I needed to remove myself from daily execution without sacrificing quality. So I began documenting every process: topic research, script creation, video assembly, thumbnail design, publishing workflow. Then I started outsourcing step by step. First, I automated research through tools and trend analysis. Then I created raw scripts with AI. A freelancer refined those scripts into clean, natural voiceover text. An editor produced the videos using stock footage and a consistent visual style. A thumbnail designer created multiple visual variations for each upload. My role transformed completely. I became the strategist. I selected topics. I approved scripts. I reviewed edits. I optimized titles. I analyzed analytics. I adjusted direction. This was real automation, not just delegation. It was the transformation from creator to system operator. For the first time, the channel could grow without depending on my daily time investment. If you want access to the exact automation framework I use right now, check the first link in the description. That is where I break down the full system, step by step. By day 180, the channel felt completely different. The uploads were consistent. The workflow was stable. The analytics showed predictable patterns. I knew exactly which video formats worked. I knew which topics produced strong retention. I knew which thumbnails drove high click-through rate. Revenue was no longer random. It became forecastable. Ad revenue grew slowly but steadily. Affiliate income added spikes of confirmation. The digital product was preparing for launch. Now the mission became clear. Consistency, not reckless scaling, not uploading endlessly, but doubling down on what already worked. Evergreen finance topics, long-form educational content, emotional storytelling, high-contrast thumbnails, strong hooks. The foundation was built. The system was running. The monetization infrastructure was in place. Now, the real scaling phase could begin. The next 90 days would decide if this channel remained a small side income project or transformed into a true faceless YouTube brand. If you want to see exactly what happens in the next phase, from 5 figures to full automation at scale, subscribe now. The next chapter starts where most creators give up,